So welcome to the show. Today we're diving into peptides, coenzymes, and the reason your peptide protocol makes you tired, inflamed, and underwhelmed. If you ever stack BPC 157, throwing in semaglutide, aka Ozempic, then wonder why you don't feel great, they're not working, then we're going to talk about it. Mitochondrial repair, hormone priming, senolytic support, and why dosing is very important. But also, more importantly, fixing the fundamentals is a real way to get results. Peptides can be confusing as a doctor's handwriting, all right? Hard to decipher. First, let's talk about what are proteins, because that's what peptides guide. The proteins are making your collagen, right? Structurally. They're digesting your food like amylase. They're carrying your oxygen like hemoglobin. Workhorses, if you will. Peptides are about 3 to 50 amino acids, depending on who you talk to. And they're like the foreman, all right? They're telling your body to heal tissue, BPC 157, kill some pathogens, LL37. And then you got hormones. That makes it all very confusing because oxytocin is a hormone. It's also a peptide. Growth hormone is a hormone, but also a protein. So that kind of just lets you know why medicine can be confusing. But today, we're just going to stick with peptides, pure peptides, the kind we like. What do you want to talk about first? Why you're doing it wrong? Okay, let's talk about that. Peptides, when done right, can regenerate stem cells. They can kill pathogens. They can calm your immune system, prevent collateral damage, if you will, guiding your proteins to make more of this, less of that, heal this, stop this, regulate that. So they don't just maintain the status quo, they kind of rewrite the code. There are epigenetic switches that everyone loves to talk about, methylation and all that neat stuff that no one really understands. Those are peptides. They are the human architects of life's most critical processes. And so to understand them is to unlock kind of the potential not just to live, but to thrive with intention. So some of the reasons you might be doing it wrong is because you're not fixing the engine before you floor the gas, all right? And what that means is you're trying a GLP-1, you're trying BPC 157 or growth hormone secretog, and you haven't checked your thyroid, all right? How's your T3? Part of the problem is most places don't check thyroid. They'll check TSH and that's it. And they might go a little deeper and let's see how your T4 is doing. But the active hormone T3, sometimes they do check that too. But what about reverse T3 blocking the active hormone T3? What about the antibodies like TPO? Good tests first and foremost is very important. So without an optimized thyroid, you're wasting time and money. Okay, let's talk about mitochondria next, the powerhouse of the cell. Why do they call it that? Because it runs on electrons. Hello, people. The first centurion at the gate, the toll booth of the electron transport chain is NAD. So a lot of times we will, check and optimize someone's thyroid, and then we'll go right to the mitochondria and say, hey, let's give them a little NAD and re-fire up those powerhouses of the cell. The point is we need to optimize the thyroid, the mitochondria, the gas pedal, your fuel, before you dive into a peptide protocol. And you can't stop there either, right? You gotta look at the gut microbiome, hormone replacement therapy, coagulopathies, maybe got some long COVID going on, stealth infections, parasite mold, rarely tested, often there, viral reactivation. The list goes on and on. Silently in the background, it's like you're trying to fix a leaky sink when your whole plumbing system is shot, or you're trying to replace a flooded carpet and there's still a hole in the roof. That is why you're doing peptides wrong, because you're not doing comprehensive precision testing first with an experienced provider, and you're not optimizing the fundamental systems before investing in a peptide protocol. Now, another reason you might be doing it wrong is because you're getting stuff off the gray market. It's polluted with LPS or trifluoroacetate, which is not good for you. Another reason on top of that, cycling and sequencing. Okay, there's a way to not do wallet wasting and actually do biohacking, and that's by correct sequencing, dosing, and cycling. Now let's talk about peptides. I think we've beat that horse to death. There's a bunch. BPC 157 is a peptide. Oxytocin, we mentioned, is a peptide, the love molecule. Ones like LL31 that can kill pathogens. These are the conductors of your biological orchestra. Smaller than proteins, but no less powerful. Just starting from the top, BPC 157, that's half of the partner with TB500, aka thymosin beta 4. That's a Wolverine protocol that people love, very helpful for not just healing, but neuroinflammation. GHKCU, which is a new hot one. Dermatologists love it because it helps grow skin and hair. It's anti-inflammatory, neuroprotective. LL37, I think I said 31 like an idiot, but I meant to say 37. That's good for fighting infections and mold. You got to be careful with that too because you can get a Herx reaction. Let's just touch on a couple others. SS31, that's another mitochondrial one that helps repair membranes, boost ATP. PT141 is good for libido. Use that with caution. It's very powerful. 1 ml will just wreck your day if you're not prepared. And I mean that in a libido charging way. These are powerful and timing is everything. There are mistakes being made. GLP-1, everyone wants Ozempic. Well, do you know there's also tirzepatide and retatrutide? Retatrutide is my favorite. Tirzepatide is a dual agonist, but retatrutide is a triple agonist. So you don't lose as much lean muscle mass and you don't feel as tired. Before you jump on the Ozempic bandwagon, talk to someone who knows what retatrutide is. So the moral of this story is let's fix your thyroid, your hormones. Let's fix your mitochondria. Let's fix the dosing pitfalls. Let's not do crazy big pharma doses when we don't need to. When we optimize those things, we can use the smallest dose possible. Otherwise, you're using peptides without support. You're trying to heal a system that's too inflamed to respond, or mitochondria, they're too slow to act. So the real message here is precision over scattershot. Instead of 50 different supplements, get them down to 5. I had a patient on 50 supplements, burned out, bloated, broke. We run the labs, we rebuilt the foundation, we optimized the T3, we added NAD, we introduced BP157, TB4 frag for the repair. We started tirzepatide, the dual agonist. Guess what? Weight was down, mood was stable, inflammation gone. Well, not only are they saving money and time, but we're getting better results. Peptides are amazing, but without the right foundation, you are bio-guessing. And that's basically my speed rant on peptides. I hope you like it. Hit us up in case you want to repair, reset, and rebuild with intention.